The All Africa Media Leader Summit 2024 was held in Kenya from the 8th to the 10th of May. This summit marked a pivotal moment in the continent's media landscape, bringing together key players to address pressing issues and shape the future of African media. Kicking off the summit was the Digizens Circle, an engaging event held at the University of Nairobi on the 8th of May with the theme, "What is the youth's place in African media?" It aimed to capture the perspective of young digital natives on the state of African media.
The All Africa Media Leaders Summit is a conversation bringing together over 300 media leaders to try and talk about and examine the current state of the media and to come with ideas of how the media what role they can play in advancing the agendas of African development.
The event witnessed a high turnout of enthusiastic youths from Africa, whose one call for action was the media space offering opportunities for young people in Africa.
There's a lot we still have to do because not many young people back in my country is being involved into the media because of the way it's carried. They feel they are not a part. It's an old people thing. It's not for the youth. The youth has something else to do. So I will advise on this platform, or I will want on this platform, that we do more to get young people included in the media as well.
The young people present, particularly those within the media sphere, emphasize that the industry is indeed grappling with several obstacles, particularly in their transition towards professional journalism.
Being a media student, I think one of the biggest challenges has been figuring out how to move from being a student to joining the corporate world of media. There's not any defined gap. Okay, there is a gap, but there's no defined way of moving from one point to the other.
While acknowledging these challenges, the Media Council of Kenya highlighted the ample space available for aspiring journalists and made a clear distinction between qualified journalists and the rise of digital influencers often mistaken for journalists. Media innovations emerged as a key role in the summit, with one standout idea proposing collaborative ventures between universities and media houses to create employment opportunities for students.
So my idea was more in the idea that we need to have memorandums of understandings between universities and media outlets, where we come together and ensure that if a student is studying journalism or a student is studying medicine, they get access. Their number is provided to a media outlet, where that particular media outlet at least shares information that's relevant to their course, so that whenever they're partaking in assignments, research, you're not just talking about research, you're talking about things that are current and relevant, and you're informed about what's happening in other African countries.
The youth also urged media practitioners to listen to the young voices. After all, they are a vital part of the African society.
In terms of schools, because a lot of youth are in schools, I feel like the media can go into schools and start initiatives, start writing stories about their achievements, about the things that they are doing, about the organizations and ideas that they have, interview them. So let's say there's something happening in Kenya, there's some political event or some environmental event or some natural disaster. They can go into schools and say, okay, let's take, like every month, let's have once a month go and say, okay, what do you think about this issue that's happening? What do you feel would be a feasible solution for it? I think that's one of the ways that the media can start to engage those school-going youth.
The youth, on the other hand, called for resources to fuel their creativity and storytelling abilities.
I think it's so important to have young people at the sitting tables, but most importantly, have them see results and resources allocated to their ideas. The initiative that I would like to think and see in future is where policies are inclusive and favorable to young people.
From the heart of Kenya to the corners of Africa, the All Africa Media Leaders Summit 2024 has ignited a flame of youth empowerment in the African media landscape, promising a future where the voices and innovations of Africa's youth shine brightly, shaping narratives and driving change across the continent.
It is time to start seeing the youth as partners as opposed to disruptors in matters Africa's media patterns. Thank you.